This is the Simpli Sisters Podcast. Girl, get in here, settle down, settle in, take up space and breathe. Come in this safe space where we believe in the power of sisterhood. We encourage truth and dialogue that promotes peace, clarity, and freedom. Join us here for conversations for the soul, because there is so much to talk about.
Welcome to the Simpli Sisters Podcast. I'm Coach Gayl Benson.
And I'm Simply Tammy.
We are so excited that you are here. We have a phenomenal conversation tonight. But let's do first things first. Thank you for subscribing, and sharing the podcast out with a sister or anyone that's on this growth journey with you. Today's topic is a soft season in a masculine world.
Wow.
Yes, that soft season. Like, what is that? So I want you all to start getting your juices flowing about what does a soft season look like for you? Some of us may not know. Tammy, do you know what a soft season looks like?
It's struggle.
Absolutely it is.
And basically, we as women, and I took some notes here. And as I was talking to our producer before we came on, because, we have to discuss these things before we come on. We just don't come on free willy.
Right.
These topics are hard. And with one topic, it's just so many
Pieces
to it. But we have to find balance. This world is hard and it's so chaotic. And we have to try to balance that with us being females and us having so much responsibility and still nurturers. And maintaining our femininity, but still having so many tasks to do.
Right.
And then, if you're married, you're dealing with that masculine male, or at work with that masculine boss. But two, the masculinity of the hard task of the world. So masculine doesn't just mean man. It's just the toughness and the hardness of this world and dealing with it. And then masculine, our sons, okay, and their structure and who they are. And we have to function in that, because we are the ones who, we really make the world go round. We're the ones who make the home what they are, okay? And sometimes we have to back up and we have to decide that we don't want to anymore function in that chaos.
Right.
And that we want to be on the more feminine side of that. And that means we're not going to give as much of ourselves as we used to.
Right.
Do you agree?
I agree. And, while you were talking, I thought about a conversation that I had with myself is, do I know myself outside of my masculine energy? Because I have spent a great deal of my life having to be the head of, something.
Right.
I had to become the head of my household. Right. I am the CEO of my company. Right. I manage a lot of tasks in my corporate life. I have to manage my own personal lifestyle, and then the people's lives who've trusted me with their lives and their growth and trying to find them clarity. So do I know myself outside of my masculine energy? There was a time where I would say, no, I don't. Right. Because I felt like I've always had to function in that, on top of what Tammy mentioned. World is hard. Right. There's things in life that just force us as women, and I'm going to say this, especially for Black women. We carry a lot on our shoulders. Right. So when we're called to be the nurturers, Tam, that you mentioned, we got to love on everybody. We got to build everybody up. Right. And we don't find ourselves in that equation. Right. We have to step forward, whether we feel like we have it or not. Right. It's that invisible place I've talked about in the past. We pull from somewhere back here, this invisible place, to pull out this energy so that we're present for everyone else. I think the white that we have on, I don't even know if this was intentional, but I just realized that, the white that we have on today is speaking to us, embracing the softer side. Right. Do y'all remember that commercial, the softer side of Sears, when they showed all kind of linens and soft things and kit paints and things like that. Honey, we want to get into the softer side of your spirit. Don't be afraid to explore that. It may take time, and you have to understand yourself before you can really understand anybody else.
Right. So this line, align her own feminine presence without hustle and hardness. That's a word.
And that word came from Queen Essentials.
Yes.
We opened up to the community to send in topics that you wanted us to talk about, that you wanted to hear about.
Right.
Queen, thank you so much for supporting us all along the way. We appreciate you.
Yes.
Queen sent this topic in, and we had an opportunity to really speak in depthly with her about this. And that was one of the things that really stood out over about a 30, 45-minute conversation.
Right.
But that one statement that she made, along with a couple of others that we're going to touch on, really stood out about embracing her feminine energy without the hustle and the hard. That hit me like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
It really did.
Yeah. I like that she realized that she needed to take care of her. She was giving too much, and that she was losing herself, and that the chaos was too much for her. And when she backed off, she realized that when she set the boundaries, how life changed for her. And that's what we are trying to get people to understand, that you can move differently and still enjoy yourself and still enjoy people and life, but you move differently. It's all a muscle memory thing. Once you make those changes, you feel better, you think better, you move differently, and you still enjoy life, but you enjoy life better.
For you.
Yeah.
Because you're embracing yourself. Absolutely.
Yes. And then you learn that's part of just learning to love yourself more. And you find out more about who you are and what you love. And you'll find that you start, I found that I love peace.
Yes.
I was sitting with Boss Lady yesterday, and I said, "Do you hear that?" And we heard nothing.
And it's priceless.
It was priceless. It was quiet.
Priceless. Peace and
It was quiet.
Yeah.
And she smiled, and we both laughed. And I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'm learning that. I'm an empty nester. I live alone, and I have to get used to not hearing commotion in the house or someone always calling me outside of my grandkitty yelling at me because I don't have her treats and snacks ready on time. But it's just, I'm still, even after all this time of being by myself, I am still getting used to not having other energy around me. The things that I will already have by my energy kind of pre-ordered and set up to deal with throughout my day, I don't have that anymore. And just it being peace and quiet, and I just have maybe I'll have my relaxing piano music on. And I mean, when I say peaceful, the blinds are open, I'm sipping coffee or whatever, and enjoying myself. So that peace is priceless. And I'm like, oh, this is what that feels like. So when Queen mentioned about setting those boundaries, when you were talking, I thought about something. As I was driving through to the studio today, there was a roadblock that I wasn't expecting. And there was a change. And I think about, when we travel along the road or we're journeying or we're going through to where we're going, we outside, but there's a change in logistics of how you get somewhere. And even though a certain road is blocked off, you still have another route to get there. You don't stop going where you need to go because there's a roadblock or you can't go that way anymore. You still journey on it and you go the alternate route. I think about that like boundaries. Just because you set boundaries for yourself, because your boundaries will definitely be a hard no to someone who may or may not like it. It's up to them to digest that. But it's up to you to set the boundaries and enforce them. And just because you have boundaries doesn't mean you can't enjoy people, but you enjoy them on your own terms. You enjoy them while still embracing your peace and your personality and your authentic energy to be yourself. Because if you're not doing that, you're not at peace. You're not able to enjoy the spaces that you're in. Sometimes people expect you to be good time Gayl, want to come and bring the good time, and you laugh, and everybody laughing and enjoying your company, and you may not have it, but you push through and you do it. That's not being, at peace. These are personas that we take on because we're doing what people are expecting us to do.
But Queen also said she's successful at it.
Yes.
So that means she took the time to make the effort to change what she now knew she needed to change. But I'd be interested to know that the people who set expectations of her, how they felt when she made the change.
How did they adjust to the boundaries?
That
Yeah.
you got me.
And I think that, and because I know some things about her journey.
Right.
And people don't think about the work. Once you decide that you want your peace,
Right.
that you want to have your soft season, and it's very important to you, that you don't understand that once you make that decision, it's going to take some work. And Queen has been on a journey for about 5 years. Queen was going through grief when she lost her father.
Right.
So trying to find her way through that grief, finding out how to be there and support other family members who were also, grieving. But then when you start losing yourself and always distributing your energy outward, you start missing yourself.
Right.
Start missing yourself. And the work she did to work her way back to Queen, work her way back to being a successful businesswoman, working her way back to understanding that it's worthwhile work to do, to be in that soft season. And again, it was phenomenal to talk with her. And the light came on for me with a lot of the things that she brought up, the boundaries, the doing the work to get there and to continue to maintain your soft season, although you still have a lot of demands on your life and your time and your energy.
But the one thing I can relate to that in losing my mother.
Right.
Likewise. And likewise. But this is the good thing about, and I'm glad we're discussing this, now in her life, in our lives, because this teaches all of us that people we're around, we can now see them.
Yes.
We don't have to just step out and start doing. We can see people first. Before, we just start doing.
Obligatory.
Right. And so now we can see people first. And then we know, okay, it's okay for me to engage, but I don't have to do so much. Right. And I can say, hey, I can do this. I don't have to do that much. Even with us, and it's a lot of people out here, a lot of women out here now who are single. You know how to engage with the opposite sex. You know how to look at and what to do, what not to do, who to let in, who not to let in. And when you start seeing people, instead of just jumping in, that makes a total difference in your life. And you can go home and you can feel good. When you lay on your couch and you're watching TV and you have your drink, and you don't have to have somebody there next to you. We talk about that. Enjoying your own space.
Baby, I'm good. Ooh, baby, I'm good company. I enjoy
my space.
I enjoy my space. I enjoy being with my sisters.
Yes.
And when I tell you we tie one on and we have us a good time, we are good company, understand?
Yes.
And I want you to know, my sister, Simply Tammy, and I also want you to know it is worth it to spend time with yourself and find out just how much you love yourself. And you are damn good company. Embrace that.
Yes.
Because there's a lot inside of you that you still have to learn about yourself.
Right.
It is a time of discovery, and you should enjoy that.
Yes.
Enjoy discovering who you are in this day, because people get comfortable with who you were or who you always have been. And how do you teach people how to treat you now with your boundaries in your soft season?
Well, I'll tell you what, when we come back, we'll have further discussion about it.
We'll be right back.
Hey, sis. Sister. You're the one. Sister. The one I call you are. Sister. No matter when life takes us through, 'cause you're always gonna be my Simpli sister. You are my sister, and I love
Hi, and we're back. And with this, we're going to talk about the 4 C's. And the 4 C's, we're going to talk about consistency, competition, the word can't, and we're going to talk about conquering. When you talk about consistency, we tend to learn something. And in order for us to grow from it, we have to learn how to stick to it. And we tend to want to go back to those old habits.
Isn't it easy to do that? Oh, it's easy to backslide.
It is. So sometimes, and this is something that I had to be told, and I was just told this yesterday or the day before, because I had to realize that I'm a little older now, and some of those older habits that I had, and I said, yeah, I used to be able to, and now I feel like I this and I that, and I was told, well, hey, look, you are older, you're different now. So all those old habits, I had to let go. I have new ones now. So I have to be consistent in the new ones and the new habits. And it feels good.
It does. It does. You know, we have to be very dedicated and committed to our growth and committed to the consistency. It is work. It is work. But because we don't want to keep struggling with our old self.
Right.
That's a battle that we'll constantly be in if we don't give ourselves permission and give ourselves a chance to lean into who we're becoming. As we grow, just like, you know, these little slithery things on the ground, there's a snake, slide around.
Yeah.
But at some point in time, it sheds that old skin. We don't know if it feels good. We don't know if it hurts. All we know is we go out in our yard and we see the remnants and the evidence that it was there and that skin is laying there. You know, and you do that. We have to allow ourselves to shed some things.
Right.
And it's going to take time after time. We have to be consistent to the growth.
Right.
Embrace, open your eyes and the possibilities of who you are becoming. Meet that woman in the mirror every day if you have to.
Yeah.
Write things down in your journal and say what you want to say to her. Some of the things we don't say out loud. Some things you just want to write it down, and some things we need to say out loud to ourselves.
Oh, yes.
And I do it all the time because even me trying to revert back to what I've been used to doing, I have to be cognizant. Oh, them seeds is coming up, child. I have to be cognizant of when I start going back to old ways. And I'm no longer. I'm so willing to fight for this woman that I see because it feels good to stand in her energy. Muscle memory says, I don't want to do this because it's easier to do that.
Go back.
But it's really not that easy to do that because that was a life where I was functioning in chaos and calamity. But it's just happening in real time here, people. We cannot make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up, I promise you. So, you know, I love standing.
No cars here.
No, at all. At all, honey. That's the power of God, I'm telling y'all. So, you know, I left chaos and calamity so that I could stand in the power that this new me, this woman that I see, the energy that I feel when I'm her, when I'm embracing who I'm becoming. It is so worth it to do the work. Are worth doing the work.
And, you know, we compete with ourselves.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
And all that you said, it's a competition. Not only do we have to compete with ourselves, we have people competing with us, and we have to compete with other people.
Or unnecessarily competing with folks. You compete with people, babe, that ain't even got it together.
But you have to recognize sometimes you don't even have to compete with that child or another seed because they don't have it together. That's why your focus has to continue to be on you, child.
Focus on you, baby. You're worth it.
Okay? The competition is with you and yourself. Okay? That thought process. You know, you study for that test. That's what you have to do with yourself. When you make up your mind that you want to change and you want to move away from the chaos, now we're collaborating, making things happen.
See word. Absolutely.
And like my second book that I wrote, Becoming Her. You have to want to grow and be different and do different and be in different spaces and places to do so. So when you go in those places, in those spaces, and you're journaling, you're taking notes, be with yourself to be better.
Right.
Pay attention to what you used to do, what you do now. And if it's something you do now, look at what you just learned. See if you could do it better.
Because we learn so much about ourselves along the way. And I'm going to tell you what I recently went through a few weeks ago. Okay, Gayl, I know you want to do this, but do the opposite. Do something different. Have a different outcome, because you know what's going to happen if you do that. But let's do something different.
Right.
Have a different outcome and embrace, because a lot of times we have a fear of doing things differently because we don't know how it's going to play out. The possibility of the unknown, walk into that, because you already know how you did stuff the other way. You know what that's like. But embracing what you don't know about yourself.
Right.
And you find out some things about yourself and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that about myself. And then you start living your life that way. And then you start practicing embracing other habits, exposing yourself to different things. And that is how you start growing.
Right.
You allow yourself to come out of that old skin. When you're competing with yourself, you compete with yourself to win.
Right.
Don't compete with yourself to be in a constant emotional struggle with yourself.
Right.
Don't battle with yourself. Compete with yourself to win.
But two, the divine has a structured order that we should follow. And in that comes obedience, patience, and faith. And if we have that and we allow the divine to lead us, then when we leave that old shedded skin behind and we trust, then when the new comes, it feels good.
It does.
That's what we've had to do. And we're still doing. And I've had a struggle the last few days. And I said, okay, wait a minute. I'm not supposed to be stressing. I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I am. And why am I doing this? Trust in the divine, trust in God, and know that He'll get you there.
He will.
Okay. I have to tell you that because
We've had to do it.
we have to do it. We have to
We
tell
have
you
had to do it.
because I've had to step back yesterday because part of my old self said, stress.
Right.
My new self said, hey, you,
Hecky no.
no, we're not doing that. So
Right.
today I'm smiling.
Right.
Today I have a better attitude, better outlook because I already know divine has something beautiful for me.
Even when I say, you know, I have to have that conversation with myself to do something different, I also go to God and I'm like, you know, Father, give me the strength to do something new. Give me the wisdom so that I can embrace the growth and the season that you are pushing me towards.
Right.
Help me embrace the shift because I want to shift gears.
Right. Exactly.
I want to shift gears and I have to do it intentionally.
Right.
And by doing that, I have to be committed. And I have to be consistent with doing that. Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
So
now we have to conquer.
Right. We have to conquer. We did consistency. We talked about competition. You don't have to, you know, your competition is only competing with your old self and you competing to win.
Wait. Let's go back one because we jumped one. Can't. With the word can't.
Right.
I'm not even going to stay on this one. Because I'm not going to say I can't.
Right.
I'm not going to sit on this podcast and even address the word can't. But
listen, stop limiting yourself.
Limits.
We are so used to restricting ourselves and saying what we're not able to do. It takes a decision to reframe your mind and reframe how you speak to yourself and how you see yourself. So I am very intentional about, even as growing up as a child, and my godfather used to say, if we said the word can't, he would stop in his tracks. And he was like, that's not a word we use.
Right. I won't allow my kids. No. Can't. No. But I brought up the word can't in this because a lot of you use the word can't, or you think it, you feel it. Can't means fear. Can't means I cannot do. I will not do. I will not push forward. You have abilities to do and accomplish, and I'm telling you, you do. It's a mindset. You can.
You can. You can. Because some of us, and I used to, even without thinking, that would come up. Because of the fear, the trigger of fear. So you automatically disqualify yourself for so many things. Think about how because I was like, I can't go overseas right now. I can't baby, my girlfriend would not let, Carla was like, I'm not hearing that. You going. Baby, it was the time of my life.
Yes.
You cannot keep me from jumping on these people planes, honey. I'm getting out of here. I immediately disqualified myself. I thought about over my lifetime the things I disqualified myself for. So now what I do now is I think about how can I do that? Not what you can't do. How can I do that?
So what'd you do? You went and conquered?
I conquered that. I conquered the can't. I conquered the can't.
Yeah.
And you can too. You can too.
Yeah. You know, I remember my son in high school. He wanted to run track. And he was good at it. He kept just taking off. And this one kid, he was beating him. This kid was the star. He was the man. But every time he get toward the end, this kid would beat him. I remember saying, when I got home, I said, listen, you are able to beat this young man. I said, why aren't you? And what did my son do? I told my son, are capable of winning against this. And this guy couldn't beat my son after that.
Capable.
So he found out, hey, I am good.
There you go.
And when he went to state, and nobody could beat him after that. He ended up getting a full ride to school, you know, and I backed him and I pushed him. So these are things, even my daughter, what she wanted to do. I backed her, said, you can. And now she's one of the top blanks doing her thing.
Yes, ma'am.
And she's beautiful at it.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you have to be able to, if you're going to lead and push people to do their best, you have to show them that you can do your best, that you're doing your best as well.
Absolutely.
As a leader.
Absolutely. And I want to bring the final C that we didn't have on there, because as you see, C's is flying all over the place today, but a sense of community. When you are on this journey of embracing your soft season, holding yourselves accountable, get into a community of growth-minded people. Join the Simpli Circle family. We would love to have you. There's so much coming up for the Simpli Circle family. We are beyond excited of the things that are coming your way. Again, I want to just take this quick time to do some brief housekeeping to say thank you. Thank you for the feedback we've been getting from the community about the podcast. It encourages us. It just fills our heart. Thank you for that. Thank you for reaching out through email and our DMs. You all are so funny. Thank you for being on our Facebook page. Listen, we are still on our road to 200. We are trying to get there, because once we reach our goal, we can be more active in our private Facebook group. We can come on live. We can share more with you. So simply, Tammy and I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has been supporting us, sending us feedback, joining the Simpli Circle family. There's so much for us to talk about. We cannot wait to come back next week and see you all. So we want you to embrace your soft season in this masculine world. Be consistent.
Yes.
Only compete with yourself to win. Conquer the can't, okay? We are conquerors, and we are stronger than we know. So we'll see you next week.
Yes.
All right. We love you. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.